Welcome to Lesson 3 of the Catholic Faith Explained. My name is Anthony Gonzalez, and I will continue to be your guide on this exploration of the Catholic faith. Now, Lesson 3 is going to deal with truth, with faith, and with love. And insofar as it deals with truth, we began this exploration at the end of Lesson 2. And I'm going to complete this exploration of truth on this lesson and then go on to faith and love. So let's go over a brief review. Lesson 1 dealt with the purpose and the function of the Catholic religion. And what is that? It's to create the foundation for a relationship that is intimate and loving with God and with one another. In other words, the Catholic faith was given to us and established in order to give us the possibility of having a deep, permanent unity with God and a loving relationship with every human being that we come into contact. That is what the Catholic Church is all about. Now, Lesson 2 dealt with reality, objective reality, and subjective response to that reality. That's what Lesson 2 was all about. It was trying to give us an understanding of reality because it is very confused these days, and common sense no longer rules. At the end of Lesson 2, we started to discuss truth, and that's what we're going to go into now. I want to go into all of the different aspects of truth, because truth is absolutely necessary for both faith and love. You have to have truth in order to have faith, and you have to have truth in order to have love. And we'll go into all of that and see how that all works. Truth is that which really is as understood or expressed by an intellect. Truth is what actually exists. It is reality and fact as known by the mind. Now, truth is by definition objective. It exists independent of my perception, and it is universally knowable. Truth is an intelligent expression of that objective reality. Very important. Truth is an intelligent expression of objective reality. Notice that I keep using the term expression. It's because it's either a statement, an action, a written word, something that involves a reality that is being expressed to another human mind or to the eternal mind of God. One way or the other, it is intelligent in that it deals with mind. Now, there's three kinds of truth. There's logical, mathematical, and observable truth. This is conceptual, material, spiritual reality understood by the mind. So I'll give you some examples of that. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This is a true statement about an actual physical reality. All of physics, if understood properly and known, physics is logical, mathematical, observable truth. As it is stated, notice, again, we're talking about expressed reality. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Expressed reality. Angels do not have material bodies. Expressed reality. Even though it can't be observed, it is true nonetheless. And we'll get into that later on. Now, number 2, different kind of truth, is moral truth. This pertains to statements that are true coming from somebody. So, for instance, I can say, my name is Anthony Gonzalez. That's a truth. Abortion is the murder of an innocent human being. That's true. And it has to do with morality at this point. I love my friends. That's true. And you don't have to believe it. It's still true. I can say my name is Anthony Gonzalez and you don't have to believe me, but it's true. Abortion is the murder of an innocent human being. You don't have to believe that either, but it's true. So truth transcends my specific response to it. Truth is a factual statement of reality, and you can either accept it or reject it. If it's false and you reject it, then you're doing the right thing, because your mind is not made to accept falsehood. It's made to accept the truth. Your mind was made to know what is real and not what is fake. Number 3 is revealed truth. And we are going to deal in the Catholic faith, we deal with the last two that we've talked about. We deal specifically with moral truth, and we deal specifically and most importantly with the revealed truth. In other words, the revealed truth is all of the things that the church teaches that Jesus revealed to us about the nature of God and about the nature of man. Jesus came as God to reveal himself to us, and he came as man to reveal our human nature to us. In other words, for us to really know what humanity is and is supposed to be. So this is the revelation of Christ, the revelation of God to man. It is what we call the deposit of faith. And these things are true, and that's what our examination of the Catholic faith is all about. So when we say the revealed truth of God, this is God's actual revelation about himself and about his creation. And an example would be God is 3 persons in one divine nature. God is the source of all that exists. God created everything that exists out of nothing. So this is truth. Again, notice that it's stated and that it's expressed, that it is an intelligent expression of reality. Faith is our subjective acceptance of the truth. Very important, because remember, the truth is objective. It doesn't depend on me to believe it or not. It is reality. When I bring that in and I accept it as true, then that begins the process of faith, because I believe the one who is telling me this information. So if you believe me that I say my name is Anthony Gonzalez, and then I can verify it for you. I can show you my driver's license, I can show you my birth certificate, yada yada yada. But until I show you my birth certificate and until I show you my driver's license, you're taking my statement of truth on faith, and that would be called human faith. So we do this every day, all the time. We believe what another person is telling us about what they've done, what they've experienced, what's happened to them, about who they are, and everything else. We take that on human faith. And, it's not necessarily significant. It can be significant, but it's not necessarily significant. But human faith is something that we do every day, all the time. The most important is divine faith. That is, faith in the truth revealed. As we said, faith is our subjective acceptance of the truth. Well, then divine faith is our subjective acceptance of the revealed truth that Jesus Christ came to give us, that God gave us on Mount Sinai, and that God gave us in our Lord Jesus Christ when he became a man. This is really important, because divine faith is not simply a human acceptance of the truth, but there is grace involved. I cannot have divine faith without grace. God has to give me the ability to have that faith in him. You've experienced this, I'm sure. I've experienced it 1,000 times, where I have stated a particular truth about the Catholic faith, and I can demonstrate it. I can show certain things that demonstrate the reality and the truth of this, and yet it's not believed. So it's important to know that God gives us grace to have faith. And if we have divine faith, if we have faith in him and in the truth that he has revealed, if we have the fullness of that faith, which is in the Catholic Church, that is a great gift, and we've cooperated with that gift. Baptism does assist us in the cooperation of that gift. But let me state this, and let me state it clearly. God has given sufficient grace to all men to come to know him and to hear the truth and to accept it. That doesn't mean that every man will do so. We know this as a fact. But all men have been given sufficient grace in order to do it. And they themselves have to cooperate with that grace in order for it to take effect in their life. But he gave grace to, let's say, all of the people of Ireland when St. Patrick went over there and preached to them and ultimately convinced them of the truth. And they were open to it and they accepted it and they became a Catholic country. And it's the same way with all of the other people on earth. When the truth is presented to them, they will either hear it and accept it or they will reject it. But one way or the other, God has given them the grace of that faith. Now, here's something that's very important because we talked about this. Remember I said that the truth is the foundation of faith and that the truth is absolutely necessary for faith? That means that you cannot have faith in the proper sense in that which does not exist, in that which is a lie, in that which is false. Can't have faith in that. That's a belief. You can believe it. You can convince yourself of it. You can say that it's true and really believe that it's true. But if it's not true, you cannot have faith in it. You cannot. And so this is very important because a lot of times you hear, well, the different faiths. No. There's only one true faith. There's only one faith. There are many religions, but there's only one true faith. And that is the faith of the Catholic Church, both the East and the West. But it is the one true faith. It is the revealed truth of God, accepted, integrated into our lives. Now, your faith grows and deepens as you integrate that truth that has been proclaimed into every fiber of your being. You become that truth. You are that truth. That's what the faith is supposed to do. It's supposed to transform you into the truth. When we talk about love, as stated previously in lessons 1 and 2, love is the final and definitive purpose of our existence. All things were created out of love, and the ultimate goal of existence itself is to attain an eternal, loving relationship with God and His creation. Truth is the foundation of love because you cannot have love without the knowledge that truth provides. Faith, as stated above, is the integration of the external objective truth by the individual who embraces the truth completely. Nevertheless, faith is not the end or the purpose of truth. It is merely the vehicle, the means to the end, which is love. If your faith does not end in love, it's useless. So here's the principle that I want you to memorize. I want you to write it on the fleshy tablets of your hearts. I want you to learn this principle by heart because it is the very key to understanding all that I have so far opened to your knowledge. This is it. You cannot love someone you do not know, and you will only love someone you know to the degree that you know him or her. You cannot love someone you do not know, and you will only love that person to the degree that you know him or her. Period. This is an absolute truth. Now, I want to go into all the different types of love and what love is and everything else, but I'm going way over time here, and I don't want to make these any more than 15 minutes. So I'm going to end this lesson, and we'll get to the part on love in the next lesson, lesson 4. God bless you.